few guests. You'll know Berkeley. He's our assistant director of our Raw ensembles. He's also Jack in the most recent play we have, Jack in the Great Beanstalk Crash of 2018.
This is Eleanor.
I'm the mother and the beanstalk.
And the narrator.
Hello, I play the princess, obviously, and I also play the narrator.
So on July 7th, the encore performance of Jack and the Beanstalk. Now that you've actually done the performance, right? You know, what did you think? What was your kind of like thoughts after? And then also, what do you think about the one coming up?
Amazing experience. Yeah, really, it's to share with you, and it's really incredible.
You were incredible as the mother. So if you haven't seen it, you got to come out. It's really hilarious.
It was really interesting to see how it all came together. It was really nerve-wracking, but I think we managed to pull it off just about. So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, one of the things was after the play, an excitement that one feels after given a part of yourself out into the audience, and the audience reciprocates. And I still remember just the sheer enthusiasm where Eleanor was, when are we doing this next? We should do.
French friends come to see us for the Jack. It's a really a great moment, and I'm sure you will love it.
Yes.
And we have an amazing giant.
Oh yeah.
V5 faux fum. It was fun. I mean, it was. So we got it, like I said, July 7th, a second performance, and we'll also maybe we might be performing at the Binge Free Festival.
Oh, that's
maybe,
right.
But don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone yet. But that's probably where it's going to happen, and that's in October, I think, right?
That's right.
So more to come on that. We'll have definitely an off-book segment for that.
And we took our play from Santa Monica all the way to Hollywood Fringe Festival, and we met so many different new artists, especially on the opening day. I know you went around and introduced yourself, and it was surprising that, or not so surprising, where we saw all different actors and directors trying to honor their own art. How important they felt that their voices should be heard, not just in their own arena, but in the larger arena of Hollywood Fringe Festival. So I think it was what a wonderful experience.
We did the play in the Lounge, which was an amazing theater, as that was part of the circuit of the Hollywood Fringe Festival. We interviewed the manager of the Lounge, so you'll see that this segment, as well as we got some footage like from opening night was crazy. I mean, some of the costumes. I mean, so you'll see some clips of that in some of our rehearsals at the Lounge.
Amazing about our experience was we didn't have rehearsal space, so we stopped outside the Starbucks, and there were people walking by. There was a strip mall, and we just started running our dialogues one by one. It didn't matter that people were crossing us by, giving us funny looks, but it was an interesting setup to practice our play out in the open.
Well, that's a really good point, because we don't know how lucky we are sometimes. We have this great space here at the Santa Monica Playhouse, and we have tons of rehearsal space, and and then Berkeley's our assistant director. He's like, we're just going to do it here at the Starbucks outside, and we were literally rehearsing outside, like he said, and then boom, like right on. We had to be in and out within like half-hour setup, an hour play, and so it was an amazing experience. So
this was just the raw part of it. I know you had a little introduction for the Alice.
Oh yeah,
show.
The all-male review of Alice in Wonderland. We have a little segment on that. It's Pride Month, and like you were saying, and it is phenomenal. They've done a few of them, right? I think. And
That's right.
So this was running all June, and the last performance is June 30th. So hopefully you've seen it or come to it. But it was
and the
awesome.
incredible Alakam Shalom.
Oh, Alakam Shalom, like you saw that last off book, and that's a very good point. That got extended. We were hoping, and now it's extended through the summer. So definitely come see Alakam Shalom. And we have a little saying at off book. Always remember to be and live off book. Hi everyone, this is Bob from Off Book, and today we have a special guest from the Lounge Theater, Amber Brugel. the Lounge Theater is one of a few theaters that are hosting a number of plays for the Hollywood Fringe Festival. So Amber has been kind enough to join us and maybe explain a little bit about the theater and maybe a little bit about the festival and also her experience and a number of other questions we'll ask.
So Hollywood Fringe is actually LA's largest fringe festival or theater festival. We have, for the whole festival, there's over 380 different shows that have over 2,000 performances. There's 30 venues total. We're just one of them. And then we have 35 shows at our 2 theaters and 169 performances. So yeah,
and you
there's a lot.
you kind of organize it all. Like what is
Yeah,
your sort
so
of
just
role in it?
specifically at the
Yeah.
Lounge Theater, I'm the venue manager. So from beginning when people want to book all the way through the end, last day of the festival, I'm their point of contact. So I booked all of the 35 shows and all their 169 performances. And then I just make sure our staff is here and then we have all the support that the shows need to have a great run.
Wow. Well, and so is there like, what's your favorite time of the festival? When it's done?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I think leading up to the festival, every Wednesday there's office hours, which is hosted at a variety of different bars around town. So I think that's fun to network with people, meet and greet. And then once we get into the festival, I like to call it walking about Fringe. You'll see people walking the street going from show to show, and it's just,
cool.
it's fun environment and energy all around Hollywood.
Very cool. And then, and how many years did you say again it's been going on?
So it's, I believe,
like ninth?
it's the ninth year. I'm
Ninth,
pretty
okay.
sure it's the 9th year.
Right, wow.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
think, and then the Lounge has been participating for 5 or 6 years now.
Wow. So a little bit about the Lounge. So for people that don't know, what type of shows do you have here, and how
So-
long has it been around? And,
Yeah, so the Lounge Theater has been around for about 15 years, and we started with just Lounge 2, which is our backspace, and then probably about 6 years ago, I believe, we expanded to include the front space, Lounge 1. Yeah, so now we have 2 about 50-seat houses. We're mostly a rental house, so we do rent to pretty much anyone.
Okay.
But we participate in Fringe every year, and it's really fun because it's when we get to be more hands-on with the shows
Yeah.
and just try and help them do a good show.
Well, Amber gave us an amazing orientation with tons of information, and there was a lot of people there, right? Like, it was,
Yeah, it is required for us because it's when everyone can learn about the space, they meet all their tech people, and just get a lot of good information. So there's at least a representative from every show, so it's a guaranteed 35 people, and then everyone brings all their people, so it gets pretty big.
Wow. And then is there so how did you get involved? Like, how did you get into theater? Like, has that always been your love and passion? Or?
No, actually it hasn't. When I was in high school, my friends were all in theater, and so I wanted to hang out with them, but I'm not an actor and don't like being on stage. So I became a tech person, and I just found my passion. So I've been stage managing, or I was stage managing for probably about 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
And then it just was a natural progression into venue management.
Wow.
So, and I love being in theater.
How long does it take to train to do tech? Because there's a
To
lot
do-
involved in that, right?
Yeah,
it's huge.
I don't think it really takes that long.
Yeah.
You just have to start at the bottom and work up. So
Got
you
it.
might start as an ASM and then, work a couple shows doing assistant stage managing, and then you can move up to stage managing, and then it just grows over time.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes too long, but you do have to start off, volunteering or dedicating your time, and then it goes to stipend and then pay, and then, it takes time. So
Well, to me,
I
it's
think
like the Wizard of Oz in a way, because the person, you're doing all
Yeah.
these amazing magic in the background.
it's always fun. I like it a lot.
That's great. And then, so what is do you have a favorite type of show you like to see, or has there been any memorable moments that stood out in the last number of years here?
I mean, I like all of the shows that we have, and as the venue manager, I have to go see all of the shows.
Oh, that's
we have.
cool. That's a good perk.
Yeah, so it is a good perk. We have to see all of them
Yeah.
to see who can do encores and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to see all the different types of shows because Fringe is a lot of world premieres.
Yeah.
I'm always a sucker for a comedy.
Yeah.
But other than that, I always like to see what people do with the space, with the limited amount of time, and money that they have. I think Fringe is where you find the most creative people with use of space.
Right.
Because you're transforming a space that's just general, and you can put any show in there, and they make it crazy and good.
Wow, wow. Yeah, I think when I was at orientation, I sat beside someone doing a burlesque flame
Yes,
throwing show.
yeah.
And so, I mean, that's here, right?
Yes,
So
that is
that's-
here.
that's-
I actually, it's a fun story. I think all of the venue managers were a little fighting over that show
That's
because
awesome.
they wanted to have the challenge of putting an aerial glass walking fire show in their space, which is a challenge. There's a lot of different things you have to jump over. So I was happy to grab that, and it's going to be a fun one to go see.
I'm definitely. So what can go wrong in the Fringe Festival for like a play producer? Or what has been like something that you would kind of give advice to like new people like ourselves actually?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
coming prepared for tech is really important, and kind of knowing, what lighting looks you want, what sound cues you want, all of that jazz is helpful. Just being prepared, talking to your tech people, talking to your venue manager about your ideas to make sure that they are doable, so you don't come in and think you can do all of these things and then you really can't.
Right.
I think the other thing that's difficult is sometimes people, I know we have had a couple shows dealing with casting problems, so it's finding last minute replacements for that, or if they need extra stage crew. There's a lot of great Facebook groups out there
Oh, okay, that's
for
good to know.
casting, for tech people, and all that jazz, which is really helpful. And then just asking other fellow Fringers. And the last thing I would say is that Fringe has a YouTube channel called Fringe TV, and it has so much information on there. It has all the past years filmed workshops and town halls, which just has a bunch of information if you can't wait till the next one comes out.
Oh, that's great. I mean, I have to say, Amber has been amazing. I mean, I didn't know anything about the Fringe Festival. We're only doing one show ourselves, but we're just putting our toe in the water, so to speak. But Amber is like really, thank you from the beginning to
Thank
now, through the end. I'm sure you really helped, and it's an exciting. Like I've only been to one. Like Linda and I actually went to one office hours. And the community is so amazing.
It
Like I wish I
is.
could have made more, but they're so welcoming, and I think from my experience so far, just everybody just wants you to just really just express
well.
yourself, do
Yeah,
well,
express
be
yourself and do
creative.
well.
It's really an amazing community. So I really hope you come to see the festival, and most importantly, come to the lounge, because I'm partial to this now, this place, because but I'm sure they're all great. So but Amber, come see the
you.
lounge.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I guess any last thoughts or fun moments you remember from the Fringe that stand out, or
Not that I can pinpoint. It's a fun. It's the whole month of June is just fun, and go see shows, and it's great because the ticket prices aren't that expensive, so you can go see multiple shows in one day, or over the course of a month, and you can just check out all the shows at hollywoodfringe.org. And they list all of the shows there, and specifically the lounge, to plug us,
Yeah.
has happy hour on Fridays from 3 to 8.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that. Oh, cool!
So
I love
fun
that.
fact.
I love
Yeah,
that.
you
I
can
love.
come out.
Where's the happy hour in the lobby?
It's in the lobby
downstairs?
downstairs,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Great.
before you go see a show, or if you want to just stop by. Yeah,
Is that
we
during
do.
Fringe, or is that even
No,
throughout
it's
the year?
just during Fringe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
on Fridays from 3 to 8.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to that. So cool. Well, seriously, thank you
Yeah,
so much
no
for all
problem. Thank
everything.
you.
And we look forward to you coming to the Fringe. And definitely always ask for Amber, because she's got your back.
Thank you.
Come in and see our play, The Vet, the Imam, His Woman and Her Preacher, here at the Lounge Theater. It's a great space.
Hi, we're at the tech rehearsal for The Vet, the Imam, His Woman and a Preacher. Everyone's inside. Chris, the director, everyone, the writer. They're working with Giselle, the fabulous technician, and all the actors are in there. So so they're working on the lights, and they're going to do some run-throughs, and it's an awesome theater. So super exciting. Okay.
You might take
opening gala for the Fringe Festival. The Vet the Imam, his woman and her preacher preview on Sunday, June 10th. Come see it.
The rabbit will be late, but he'll be here. The cat has said you can come too, and so you may.
Party, you're coming to
A party today.
There, that should teach you.
Teach us what, your royal haughtiness?
Beats me, but it better teach you something. Nincompoops. How did it happen?
It's not our fault, your gracious piggishness.
Well, actually it was.
What's not?
Was who?
What's not?
Wanted you, I need the cat.
But she's not here. I need her. Counsel, anything, some words of encouragement to her. But here I am. There's no tea, no help, no advice, no anything at all. By the way, who are you?
I'm your royal lady in white.
Really?
Tea. Well, if you don't think I'm capable, I shall leave.
Wait!
What? I'd be happy to prepare it for you. How would you like it?
In pots, cups, loose and bags.
Eating the roses, they're easy to do. They
We're late by some silly young girl in a blue dress. Something about having lost her way.
Oh,
Where the tea was served 45 minutes late, and it was.
This will never do!
You said it again.
Stop now, I'm far too busy. Can't stop now, I'm in another thing. Anything will do.
You didn't.
Very well. I am Alice. The Queen has sent me to find refreshments for the party.
Then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least, I mean what I say. That's the same thing. Are you waiting for someone?
Oh, yes. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Somewhere in a dream I spread my wings and I can fly.
Mine is tea for you and me. Men in the shoot for agility. The payments are overdue. Mobility.
For an anecdote that's rolled as levity.
Doria, would you care to dance? I'd love to. Thought you never asked.
Ignoring your sagacity, I own a great voracity in quite a large capacity for just indemnitacity.
Down for a glass of tea for you and me.
So join us, the Queen, the Hatter, and me.
And fill up the glasses with honey and ink wonderland. Yo! Thank you. Thank you for coming, guys.
It was awesome. I didn't really know what to expect, but through and through, it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I really like the fact that it was an all male actors. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
It was awesome. Really enjoyed it. So well done.
10 out of 10. Great time.
are to be.